I wore the blue dress you love, the one that moved like ocean waves. I never thought I'd wear it again after all the words we couldn't say. The rain was falling through the city, painting diamonds on the street, and every passing stranger looked like someone I might meet. The mirror doesn't tell me who I was or who I've been. It only shows a woman learning how to breathe again. In this blue dress in the rain, I found myself again. Not the girl who waited by the door, not the heart that begged for more. I still remember how you smiled, I still miss you once in a while. But love can leave and still remain, like a blue dress in the rain. The little jazz bar on the corner still plays our favorite song. The drummer brushes softly as if nothing ever went wrong. The piano wears a velvet whisper, the saxophone begins to cry, and for a moment I can feel you like a cloud passing through the sky. I used to fear the empty spaces, the silence after goodbye. Now I find a kind of freedom growing underneath my eyes. In this blue dress in the rain, I danced away the pain. Every tear became a river, every river found its way. I don't need you to remember, I don't need you to explain. I can love what we once were and still walk through the rain. Maybe we were like a melody that ended before the last refrain. Beautiful because it happened, not because it had to stay. The moon still shines on empty streets, the flowers still reach the sun, and my heart is finally learning that endings aren't always undone. In this blue dress in the rain, I feel the world again. The woman looking back at me is someone I am proud to see. And if our paths should cross someday, I'll smile and let you know you were the sweetest chapter in the story I continue to write alone. The rain stops falling, the night turns new, the blue dress dances without you. Midnight settles on the street like velvet laid across the stone. A little cafe keeps its light for hearts that never make it home. Steam is rising from my cup, drawing little ghosts into the air. Every swirl reminds me of the way you used to brush my hair. The clock forgets to hurry now, the night is nowhere else to be. Only the quiet understands what your leaving did to me. Blue coffee at midnight, bittersweet and slow. Every drop is carrying a love I couldn't let go. If tomorrow tastes like sunlight, I'll still choose this moonlit view. 'Cause every lonely evening still begins and ends with you. Someone laughs across the room, soft enough to sound like spring. For just a second I believe you'll walk back through that little bell's ring. The pages of my favorite book still fold where you once fell asleep. Even paper learns to hold the promises we couldn't keep. The city's breathing through the rain, gentle as a lullaby. Every window wears a dream, every dream learns how to fly. Blue coffee at midnight, cooling in my hands. Love is just another language no one truly understands. Every sip becomes a memory, every memory turns to song. Maybe that's the way a heart learns how to carry on. I don't need another ending or reasons wrapped in pretty words. Some stories bloom in silence like unseen flowers after storms. If you're smiling somewhere tonight, that's enough for me somehow. Love doesn't always ask to stay, sometimes it simply bows. Blue coffee at midnight, one more quiet toast to every soul we've ever been, to every gentle ghost. Though the dawn will steal the stars one by one from view, I'll always find a little moonlight waiting here for you. Coffee grows cold, the music grows soft, my heart still keeps your favorite seat. The bartender is stacking chairs. The room is almost out of light. One last candle guards the bar, keeping company with the night. I swirl the echoes in my glass, like they might answer if I wait. Every sip brings back your smile, a little too sweet, a little too late. Outside the rain keeps perfect time, soft against the window pane. Funny how the quiet knows exactly where to find my pain. After the last glass is empty, after the last song fades away, your name still lingers on my lips, like it forgot how to leave. When the room becomes a memory and midnight turns to gray, I'll still be dancing with your shadow at the end of every day. The piano speaks in whispered chords, each one wrapped in velvet blue. A lonely sax begins to sigh, as if it somehow knew about you. The city hums beyond the door, a thousand hearts in passing streams. Yet here I am, holding on to the quiet weight of unfinished dreams. Time is kind to everyone, or so the old songs always say. But every clock I meet tonight still counts the moments since you went away. After the last glass is empty, after the lights grow dim, I still hear your gentle laughter floating through the room again. Maybe love was never meant to stay where hands can hold. Maybe it belongs to evenings that never really grow old. If I could borrow watching the candlelight find its way across your eyes. Some conversations need no words. Some goodbyes refuse to end. The heart remembers every silence, like the voice of an old friend. After the last glass is empty, after every guest has gone, I'll gather all the scattered pieces and quietly carry on. If tomorrow brings another sky, I'll greet the morning too. But somewhere in the hush of midnight, I'll always save a seat for you. One last sip, one last song, one more heartbeat, then the night goes on. The room is dressed in amber light. Your favorite song is playing low. The wine has learned to taste like time, slow enough to let the memories flow. Your laughter lingers on the walls, like perfume drifting through the air. Even silence wears your smile tonight, as if you never left this chair. Every little promise fades like smoke above a candle flame. But some hearts never truly leave, they simply whisper another name. This is our velvet goodbye, soft enough to make me cry. No broken glass, no angry words, only quiet wings of lonely birds. If love must fade into the blue, let it fall as gently as the dew. I'll keep the warmth you left inside, wrapped inside this velvet goodbye. The city's breathing far away, its neon rivers softly glow. A taxi passes in the rain, carrying stories I'll never know. I wear your sweater for the cold, its scent still hides between the threads. Funny how a little piece of you can quiet every fear I dread. hanging by the sea, watching strangers come and go. Maybe that's what love becomes, a place the heart already knows. This is our velvet goodbye, gentle as the midnight sky. No need to promise we'll return, some lessons only silence learns. Though tomorrow calls my name, nothing ever feels the same. Still I'll hold this fragile light through another sleepless night. I won't chase the wind again or ask the stars to change their way. Some doors close without a sound, yet leave the music here to stay. So if another love should find me, I'll greet it with an open heart. But somewhere underneath the melody, you'll always play your part. This is our velvet goodbye, floating where the dreamers lie. Every tear becomes a pearl, hidden from the waking world. And if you hear this song someday, know I never wished you pain. I only learned that love can bloom even after goodbye came. Good night, my beautiful mistake. Good night, my sweetest memory. The music fades, but never you. Rain writes little letters on the window by my side. Every drop becomes a story of the tears I learned to hide. The room is warm with candlelight, the record spins so slow. Your favorite melody is playing, though there's no one left to know. The evening wears your perfume soft upon the air. Some memories never leave, they simply settle there. I'm slow dancing with the rain, holding someone who isn't here, turning to an old refrain, smiling through another tear. If love is only borrowed time, then every second was enough. I danced forever in the dark, wrapped inside your quiet love. The piano leans into the silence, the bass walks gently through the night. A muted trumpet sighs so low, like a fading city light. I close my eyes and feel your heartbeat, hidden in the rhythm's sway. Funny how a simple song can bring you back this way. The night doesn't ask questions, it simply lets me dream. Somewhere between I'm slow dancing with the rain while the world is fast asleep. Every memory I carry is another one to keep. And if heaven lends me one more song, one more gentle chance to sway, I'll meet you in the moonlight where the rain can wash the pain away. The rain grows softer, the music grows thin, but my heart still knows the steps. The moon slipped through my curtains like it had something left to say. It painted silver on the floor where your footsteps used to stay. I turned the radio down low, just enough to hear my heart. Funny how the quiet always knows exactly where you are. Every little star above shines on someone else's dream. Still I find you in the spaces hidden in between. Moonlight knows my name, calls it softly through the night. Every lonely breeze reminds me how your love once felt so right. Though your hands are far away, your warmth still finds my soul. Some hearts never stop believing, even when they lose control. Saxophone across the street melts into the evening air. The notes drift slow like falling leaves, landing gently everywhere. I close my eyes and breathe them in, as if they carried you somehow. Time has changed the city lights, but not the promise of the now. Maybe love is like the tide, leaving only to return. Every wave that touches shore has another lesson to learn. Moonlight knows my name, even when the world forgets. It gathers every silent prayer, every soft regret. If another dawn should rise, I'll meet it with a smile, but I'll keep this little midnight living in my eyes. I used to fear the empty room, the echo of a closing door. Now I hear a different song, one I've never known before. It tells me love can change its shape without ever disappearing, like the moon behind the clouds, still shining, still here. Moonlight knows my name, whispers it like a lullaby, wrapping every broken dream in a gentle summer sky. If you ever think of me, smile into the blue. I'll be somewhere with the moonlight, loving you. The night remembers, the stars forgive, the moon keeps singing, and so will I. Rain writes little letters on the window by my side. Every drop becomes a story of the tears I learned to hide. The room is warm with candlelight, the record spins so slow. Your favorite melody is playing, though there's no one left to know. The evening wears your perfume soft upon the air. Some memories never leave, they simply settle there. I'm slow dancing with the rain, holding someone who isn't here, turning to an old refrain, smiling through another tear. If love is only borrowed time, then every second was enough. I'd dance forever in the dark, wrapped inside your quiet love. The piano leans into the silence, the bass walks gently through the night. A muted trumpet sighs so low like a fading city light. I close my eyes and feel your heartbeat hidden in the rhythm sway. Funny how a simple song can bring you back this way. The night doesn't ask questions, it simply lets me dream. Somewhere between yesterday and what tomorrow means, I'm slow dancing with the rain, barefoot on a wooden floor. Every step repeats your name, like I've danced this dance before. Though the dawn may steal the stars and wash these streets anew, every rainy midnight will always belong to you. Maybe we were never meant to last beyond the summer skies. Maybe love was always written in the language of goodbyes. Still I'd choose the same beginning, every laugh, every kiss, even knowing how the story would end like this. I'm slow dancing with the rain while the world is fast asleep. Every memory I carry is another one to keep. And if heaven lends me one more song, one more gentle chance to sway, I'll meet you in the moonlight, where the rain can wash the pain away. The rain grows softer, the music grows thin, but my heart still knows the steps. Smoke curls above the candle flame, drawing circles in the air. The roses on the corner table bloom as if you're still somewhere. Your lipstick stained my favorite cup, a crimson echo left behind. Some colors never lose their warmth, no matter how they fade with time. Outside the taxis pass like waves, golden rivers in the rain. Everyone is going somewhere, I'm still calling out your name. Smoke and roses, midnight blue. Everything reminds me of you. Every whisper finds my skin like a song that lingers in the wind. Though your touch has disappeared, love still lives around me here, in every bloom and every sigh. You never really said goodbye. The candle burns a leather cord, soft as velvet on the soul. Bass keeps walking patiently, teaching broken hearts to let things flow. A lonely trumpet bends a note, holding it a little longer still. Even silence seems to know the spaces only you could fill. The moon leans low above the rooftops, listening without a sound. Sometimes all a heart can do is love what's no longer around. Smoke and roses, candlelight, keeping me awake tonight. Every memory blooms again, sweet as joy and soft as pain. If tomorrow calls my name, I'll answer just the same. But a part of me will always stay in this slow bouquet. I stopped asking fate for reasons, stopped chasing echoes through the dark. Love doesn't always need forever to leave a lasting mark. You became the quiet rhythm hidden underneath my days. Every heartbeat carries a trace of your embrace. Smoke and roses, fading slow, like the evening's gentle glow. If another heart finds mine, it won't erase your light. Some stories end without an end, some songs never close. You'll always live inside the fragrance of smoke and roses. The candle burns low, the petals fall free, the night lets go. But not of me. Bordeaux shimmers in the glass, a crimson moon beneath the light. I watch the evening breathe so slow, stretching out the velvet night. Your reflection visits quietly, floating where the candle glows. I reach across an empty table, touching only scattered smoke. No one hears the words I never said. They've settled deep beneath my smile. Love has learned to wear a gentle face, even after all this while. Whispers in Bordeaux, falling like the evening snow. Every sip becomes your kiss, a tender ache I somehow miss. Raise your glass wherever you are, beneath the same forgiving stars. I'll drink to every dream we knew, still tasting little pieces of you. A quiet guitar brushes softly, warm as linen on my skin. The piano answers with a smile, letting midnight slowly in. The bass is steady as a heartbeat, never asking where you've gone. A muted horn leans through the silence, holding one last note till dawn. Outside, umbrellas bloom like flowers, turning sidewalks into streets. Everyone is walking home, I'm still walking through our dreams. Whispers in Bordeaux, where only lonely lovers go. Every laugh we left behind still echoes through my mind. If another season comes, I welcome every falling leaf. But some autumns never leave the heart, they simply change the way we breathe. I have stopped chasing yesterday, stopped bargaining with time. Some stories aren't unfinished, they're simply written in another rhyme. You became a softer version of every prayer I never spoke, like the last warm breath of summer rising gently into smoke. whispers in Bordeaux, slow as rivers made of gold. Though your hands no longer hold mine, their warmth refuses to grow cold. If this glass should catch the moonlight, I'll send a silent toast above to the sweetest kind of heartache, the one still called love. The wine grows lighter, the night grows deep. Your name still dances on my lips. There's a little table by the window where the city melts into the rain. No one ever asks if it's taken. They've seen me waiting there again. The waitress smiles without a question. She knows exactly what I'll choose. A glass of red, a cup of coffee, and songs that know how hearts can bruise. Every face becomes a stranger. Every night becomes the same. Still I lift my eyes each time the door swings open, quietly hoping you'll appear again. Meet me at the last table by the window, where the lights are soft and the music plays low. I'll leave a little space beside me for the love I still don't know how to let go. If you never walk back through that door, I'll still toast the nights we knew. Some seats are saved forever, and this one's saved for you. The pianist closes tired eyes, letting every chord breathe slow. A brush glides gently on the snare, like fresh snow beginning to fall. The bass keeps every promise, with footsteps warm and deep, while a lonely trumpet paints the air with dreams too beautiful to keep. The moon hangs like an old street lamp, watching lovers come and leave. I smile because it understands how easy it is to believe. Meet me at the last table by the window, where tomorrow never hurries in. The candle burns a little lower, yet somehow hope still hasn't dimmed, even if your voice is only something carried by the breeze. I'll keep listening through the silence until it finally finds me. I don't count the years between us, I count the songs we've left behind. They're scattered like tiny constellations across the corners of my mind. Maybe love is less about forever than the way it softly stays, hidden in familiar places, breathing through ordinary days. Meet me at the last table by the window, when the evening wraps the world in blue. I'll be wearing the same quiet smile, saving one more dance for you. And if we only meet in memories, that's enough to see me through. The city may forget our story, but this table never will. One empty chair, one gentle song. I found an old envelope hidden underneath my books. Your name was written softly there, in the handwriting I still know. The paper carries faded dreams, the ink has lost its shape, but every word I never gave you still remembers what we made. I thought time would wash away the things I couldn't say, but some feelings learn to whisper when they have no other way. This is a letter I never sent, 1,000 words I kept within. Every line was filled with love, every silence was a sin. If you ever wonder where I went, I was somewhere between then and now, still writing little pieces of my heart, still asking love how to let go somehow. The cafe where we used to meet still keeps the same old chairs. The piano plays familiar songs, and I still find you everywhere. The morning light touches the room, but I prefer the evening glow, because the night is where the memories are kind enough to show. Maybe we were just a moment, beautiful but passing through, like a melody that ends too soon, yet stays forever true. This is a letter I never sent, a secret hiding in my chest, not because I stopped loving you, but because I wanted you to rest. Some words are meant for paper, some dreams are meant to fly, some hearts keep loving quietly long after the goodbye. If I could send this through the stars, The window wears a silver rain tonight. Streetlights bloom like flowers in the haze. Your empty chair still waits beside the wine, holding every word we never gave. The record softly turns another page, a melody too gentle to let go. I trace your name across the cooling glass, like every lonely soul already knows. Maybe love was never meant to stay, only passing through like midnight trains. Still I hear your footsteps in my heart, even when the silence calls my name. When the city falls asleep, I still keep your shadow close to me. Every whisper, every sigh floats beneath this tired evening sky. If tomorrow finds another dawn, I'll still wear the dream you've left behind. Some loves fade into the morning light, yours still lives inside these quiet nights. The piano hums beneath my fingertips, soft as smoke that dances in the blue. Every note becomes another kiss. I never had the courage to give you. Coffee cools beside a faded rose. The room remembers more than I can say. Time keeps walking with its gentle shoes, but never takes your memory away. If hearts could drift like paper boats at sea, mine would always find your distant shore. Even broken stars keep shining somewhere, long after no one's looking anymore. So I'll sing into the velvet dark, where every echo still becomes your voice. Some dreams leave without a goodbye, some stay because they have no choice. And when the city falls asleep, every lonely light still comforts me. I can almost feel your hand, like a ghost that only love understands. Though the night will slowly disappear, your song keeps breathing in the air until the morning steals these midnight blues. I'll be here, still loving you. Stay a little longer, only in my dreams. The night knows your name, and so do I. There's a quiet hour the city keeps, somewhere between midnight and morning. The taxis fade, the laughter sleeps, and even the wind stops wandering. I sit beside the fogged up window, my hands wrapped around porcelain white. The coffee's warm, the room is still, the world has lowered all its lights. It's in this gentle silence that your memory returns, not like a fire that consumes me, but like a candle that still burns. Between midnight and morning, that's where I find you most. Not in dreams that disappear, but in the hush that lingers close. You arrive without a footprint, without a single sound, like moonlight on an empty street. You're everywhere around. Between midnight and morning, the pianist lets the chords hang low, as if the air could sing them back. The upright bass keeps breathing slow, never rushing down the track. A muted trumpet folds the darkness into shades of amber blue. Every note becomes a question, only answered once by you. Outside the rain has come and gone, leaving silver on the stone. Some nights don't feel so lonely when the heart remembers home. Between midnight and morning, the world forgets to speak. Every heartbeat tells a story only quiet souls can keep. Though your voice has drifted farther than the dawn can ever see, love still pours another glass and quietly sits with me. Between midnight and morning, if I could borrow one soft sunrise, I'd spend it watching shadows fade. Not to ask for one more moment, not to rewrite what we made. I'd simply thank the sky above for every ordinary day, for every smile, every touch that never truly went away. Between midnight and morning, when tomorrow waits its turn, I gather all the scattered stars that your goodbye couldn't burn. sing, the candles fade, morning arrives, but you remain. I found the quiet side of love, where no one speaks too loud, where memories are like falling snow, soft beneath a silver cloud. No fireworks, no grand goodbye, no promises to defend, just a little warmth left behind from someone who was once my friend. I used to chase the brightest stars, thinking they would show the way. Now I find the sweetest light in the shadows of yesterday. On the quiet side of love, I still hear your heartbeat, not a sound that breaks the silence, just a rhythm underneath. You are not a wound I carry, you are not a dream I lost. You're a beautiful old melody that was worth every cost. The cafe closes slowly tonight, chairs are resting on the floor. The piano plays a final phrase, like a whisper near the door. The candle throws a golden shadow, the room begins to fade, and I think about the little things that made the love we made. A hand reaching across the table, a smile beneath the rain, a thousand tiny moments that still call my name. On the quiet side of love, where the lonely rivers flow, I keep all the gentle pieces of the things we used to know. I don't need to hold you closer, I don't need to make you stay. Some hearts are meant to travel, some hearts are meant to change. The moon doesn't blame the night for losing the sun. The flowers don't regret the season when their blooming days are done. So was discovered here with you. On the quiet side of love, I finally understand the deepest kind of feeling doesn't always need a hand. It lives inside the music, it breathes inside the air. And even when I'm walking alone, a part of you is there. No tears tonight, no words to prove, only the quiet and the love we knew.
The clock was moving slowly, but we didn't notice time. Your hand was resting close to mine, like a secret we could hide. The city slept beneath us, the stars were hanging low. We had 1,000 reasons to leave, but neither one wanted to go. The candle was almost finished, the last song had begun. Two hearts standing at the doorway, afraid of what would come. That was the night we almost stayed, the night we almost chose forever. When the world outside was fading and we held on to each other, we were closer than a whisper, brighter than the morning light. That was the night we almost stayed before we said goodbye. The piano played a fragile melody, the kind that breaks your heart so slow. The bass was walking like a memory, taking steps we couldn't follow. The rain painted the windows, turning streets into a dream. And your eyes said everything that words could never mean. Maybe we were just two travelers at the wrong place in time. Maybe love was never lost, it just took another line. That was the night we almost stayed, the night we almost changed the ending. When tomorrow felt so distant and our hearts were still pretending, we were dancing with forever, holding on so desperately. That was the night we almost stayed. You were almost here with me. Sometimes I wonder if you remember the color of that room, the way the moonlight touched your face, the way the flowers bloom. Not every goodbye is a failure, the night we almost stayed, a little heaven we created. Even though the morning came and our hearts were separated, I will never call it wasted, I will never call it wrong, because for one perfect moment we belonged inside that song. The door closed softly, the music played on. The night we almost stayed still lives in my heart. Blue lights fade along the avenue. The city slowly turns to gray. Another night is disappearing. Another dream is on its way. I walk beside the quiet river, listening to the morning rain. The world feels a little different, but I don't feel the same. I carried all the memories like letters. Jazz club doors are closing. The final notes are in the air. The piano says goodbye so gently, like it knows I'll still be there. Trumpet sings a golden farewell. The bass walks one last mile, and somewhere in the silence I remember how to smile. No more waiting by the window, no more counting passing cars. I found a little piece of heaven hidden underneath the stars. Where the blue lights fade, I leave the past behind, not forgetting what we shared, just freeing up my mind. You will always be a chapter, a page I'll never
brought me where I go, where the blue lights fade under the morning sky. I thank the stars above us for the time you were mine. The night is finished singing, the shadows disappear, but the love we left behind us will always remain here. The city wakes, the lights turn gold, the story ends, but the heart